America's Pop Culture Trivia Show.
Check it out.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. With Joe Parisi.
Welcome to episode 157 of America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. I'm Joe Parisi. I've prepared for you 3 fast-paced rounds of pop culture trivia. 7 questions in each round with just 5 seconds between questions for you to think of the answers. Round 1 today will be all about music. Round number 2 is a mixed round. We'll bounce all over the place. And then we'll close it down today with a television round for round number 3. Thanks for being here. Good luck. Now let's play.
Round 1.
Kicking it off with the music round. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the title of the mid-90s song from Fuel that includes the following lyrics? She calls me from the cold, just when I was low, feeling short of stable. All that she intends and all she keeps inside isn't on the label. What is the title of that song? Question 2. That time then, and once again, I'm bouncing round the room. From a 1990 album called Lawn Boy, what band gave us the song Bouncing Round the Room? Question 3. I'm looking for the song title here. Name the 1995 song that begins with these lyrics. You and me, we used to be together. Every day together. Always. I really feel that I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. What is the name of that song? Question 4, I'm looking for the band name. What band gave us the 1997 song with these lyrics? I wanna publish zines and rage against machines. I wanna pierce my tongue. It doesn't hurt, it feels fine. The trivial sublime. I'd like to turn off time and kill my mind. Name the band. Question 5. Jamaican reggae artist Ziggy Marley performed the theme song of a popular children's television show that debuted in 1996. The song is called Believe in Yourself. What TV show was it? Question 6. In May 1984, Bob Marley and the Wailers released a greatest hits compilation album. It's gone on to become one of the best-selling albums of all time. What is the name of this album? And question number 7. This rap group released an album on June 21st, 1994 called Creepin' on a Come Up. The second track on this album is called Mr. Ouija. Name the group that gave us this album. That's going to do it for round number 1. Let's see how you did with these song questions. Question number 1. Looking for the title of the mid-90s song from Fuel that includes the following lyrics. She calls me from the cold, just when I was low, feeling short of stable. All that she intends and all she keeps inside isn't on the label. The answer is Shimmer. Question 2. That time then, and once again, I'm bouncing round the room. From a 1990 album called Lawn Boy, what band gave us the song Bouncing Round the Room? Fish. Question 3, looking for the song title. Name the 1995 song that begins with these lyrics. You and me, we used to be together, every day together, always. I really feel that I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. That is Don't Speak. That's the song from No Doubt. Question 4, looking for the band that gave us the 1997 song with these lyrics. I want to publish zines and rage against machines. I want to pierce my tongue. It doesn't hurt, it feels fine. The trivial sublime. I'd like to turn off time and kill my mind. That is Harvey Danger. Those lyrics come from their song Flagpole Sitta. Question 5. Jamaican reggae artist Ziggy Marley performed the theme song of a popular children's television show that debuted in 1996. The song is called Believe in Yourself. What TV show was it? Arthur. You ever see Arthur? My little sister, who's not so little anymore, she's like 29, that was her big show coming up in the 90s, Arthur. Question number 6. In May 1984, Bob Marley and the Wailers released a greatest hits compilation album. It's gone on to become one of the best-selling albums of all time. What is the name of this album? Legend. I believe that album is the best-selling reggae album of all time. Only Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon has spent more non-consecutive weeks on the Billboard 200 album charts. There have been over 800 weeks non-consecutively that album Legend has appeared on the Billboard 200 album charts. Isn't that crazy? It's one of those things where I am not a big reggae guy, but I think I've owned one reggae album in my life, and it's Legend. And I think there's probably a lot of people that if they own one Bob Marley album, it's that one because it's got all the hits. It makes sense. Question number 7. This rap group released an album on June 21st, 1994 called Creepin' on a Come Up. The second track on the album is called Mr. Ouija. Name the group that gave us this album. That is Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm not sure if you've ever heard this story, but one of the members of that group goes by the name Bizzy Bone. Back in 1981, he's 4 years old. He and his sister get abducted by their mother's boyfriend while their mom was away at work. They were held captive for over 2 years. And these kids, being so young at the time, didn't even know that they had been kidnapped. They thought they just moved. It was explained to them by the boyfriend that took them that their mom had passed away. And it was like, well, we got to go. There's nothing left here for us. Completely lied to them, and these kids for a couple years just thought they had moved, didn't know that they were missing. Well, while they were captive, a person would occasionally babysit them, not knowing anything, just hired to babysit. One day, the babysitter sees a picture of them when they're a little bit younger on television. It was at the end of a made-for-TV movie that was all about John Walsh's son, Adam, who had been abducted and murdered. And at the end, they, flashed some pictures of missing children on the screens with the, call this number. And the babysitter recognized them, called the number, and they were found and returned safely to their mother. Isn't that nuts?
Round 2.
Round number 2 is a mixed round. Question number 1. Which of the following 3 candies has been around the longest? Baby Ruth, M&M's, and Snickers. Which of those candies is the oldest? Question 2. The Noid was a mascot used in Domino's pizza advertisements beginning around 1986. In 1990, a video game starring the Noid, published by Capcom, was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System. What was the name of this Noid NES game? Question number 3. Carl Weathers, famous for playing Apollo Creed in the Rocky franchise, has appeared in dozens of major motion pictures over the years. Before his famous film roles, he played college football at San Diego State University. And then, for what NFL team? Here's a hint. The team that he played for is still around, but it's now located in a different state. What team in the NFL did Carl Weathers play for? Question 4. True or false? There is a Major League Baseball team based in the state of Maryland. Is that true or false? Question 5. This actor was a professional skateboarder in the late 80s and early 90s. Along with a partner, he founded and co-owned skateboard company Stereo Skates. His first big acting role came in the 1995 movie Mallrats. Name this actor. Question 6. This box-shaped, fruit-flavored, soft taffy candy has been around since 1960. It started out going by the name Opal Fruits. In 1967, when they were introduced in the U.S., they were called M&M's Fruit Chewies, before going through another name change to what we know them as today. What candy am I talking about? Question 7. Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood is an animated children's series that debuted in 2012 on PBS Kids. That 2012 debut came 11 years after the end of the show that the Daniel Tiger character originated from. What show first gave us the Daniel Tiger character? And that's it for round number 2. Here come your answers. Question 1. Which of the 3 candies that I'm about to list has been around the longest? So I'm looking for the oldest candy out of Baby Ruth, M&M's, and Snickers. The answer is Baby Ruth, which was created in 1920-1921. Snickers goes back to 1930. M&M's is the youngest of those 3 candies, having debuted in 1941. So they've all been around quite a long time now, but Baby Ruth is the oldest. Question 2. This is one of my favorite corporate mascots of all time, the Noid. The Noid was a mascot used in Domino's pizza advertisements beginning around 1986. In 1990, a video game starring the Noid, published by Capcom, was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System. What was the name of this Noid NES game? It was called Yo Noid! Exclamation point. So Yo Noid is the answer. There was a Nintendo game that came out like a year prior called Wagon, W-A-G-A-N, Wagon Land. I guess that's how you say it. This Yo Noid game was essentially the same game. They just kind of inserted the Noid as the main character in that game. They took the engine of Wagon Land, popped the Noid in, and made a couple little tweaks here and there to make it different, but it's basically the same game. Question 3, Carl Weathers, famous for playing Apollo Creed in the Rocky franchise, has appeared in dozens of major motion pictures over the years. Before his famous film roles, he played college football at San Diego State University. And then he played with what NFL team? The hint was the team is still around, but they're located now in a different state. The answer is the Raiders. Carl played for the Oakland Raiders. He signed with them in 1970, played 7 games that season, and then in just 1 game in the next season, the 1971 season, before being released. He then played a couple years in the Canadian League, and while he was doing that, he started dabbling in the acting. He started getting some work as an extra, and then it obviously just kind of snowballed from there. I actually have a picture of me, my son, and Carl Weathers on my shelf here in the studio. We met him, we did the paid meet and greet thing at a Comic-Con type event, and he was amazing. My son, who was, I guess, 8 at the time, decided that he was going to dress as Pennywise to go to Comic-Con, the new Pennywise. So he had on his Pennywise suit, face painted, and that's how he met Carl Weathers. And Carl looked at him, and he reached his hand out, shook his hand. He said, "Man, you look cool." And my son and I both got the biggest kick out of that. God, I love Carl Weathers. Moving on, question number 4. True or false? There's a Major League Baseball team based in the state of Maryland. Is that true or false? That is true. The Baltimore Orioles. Question number 5. This actor was a professional skateboarder in the late 80s, early 90s. Along with a partner, he founded and co-owned a skateboard company called Stereo Skates. His first big acting role came in the 1995 movie Mallrats. Name this actor. That's Jason Lee. Jason Lee from Earl, from My Name is Earl. Question 6. This box-shaped, fruit-flavored, soft taffy candy has been around since 1960. It started out going by the name Opal Fruits. In 1967, when they were introduced in the United States, they were called M&M's Fruit Chewies, before going through another name change to get them to the name we now know them as. What is the name of the candy that I am talking about? That is Starburst. So Starburst was originally Opal Fruits in a different country. It came to the United States where they said, this is now going to be called M&M's Fruit Chewies. And then, no, it's not. It's going to be called Starburst. Question 7. Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood is an animated children's series that debuted in 2012 on PBS Kids. That 2012 debut came 11 years after the end of the show that the Daniel Tiger character originated from. So the question is, what show first gave us the Daniel Tiger character? Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. On that show, Daniel was a puppet that Mr. Rogers himself puppeteered and voiced. And there's a documentary about Mr. Rogers, and some family members, I think it was his wife and some people that worked on the show, said, without a doubt, Daniel, the Daniel Tiger character, was an extension of Mr. Rogers. It was like the child voice inside of him expressing itself. Interesting.
Round 3.
Third and final round today is a television round. Question number 1. On the sitcom Alf, the husband and father was Willie Tanner. His wife, Kate Tanner. Their teenage daughter was Lynn Tanner. What was their young son's name? Question 2. Actor Ted Knight played Ted Baxter on what series from 1970 to 1977? Question 3. Anne Hathaway and Jesse Eisenberg could both be seen in this short-lived comedy drama that ran on Fox from September 1999 to April 2000. The show followed the fictional, dysfunctional Green family. On the show, sometimes the kids would address the camera as if speaking directly to the audience. Name this show. Question 4. On Saturday Night Live, who was the original Weekend Update anchor? Question 5. The Cosby Show produced a spin-off series that was originally built around the Denise character, played by actress Lisa Bonet, and her life at Hillman College. The show launched in September 1987. What was the name of this series? Question 6. A sitcom that aired on UPN from August 1999 to May 2004, lasting 5 seasons. The series starred Monique as Nikki Parker and Countess Vaughn as Kim Parker, who are mother and daughter on the show, and they're both attending Santa Monica College. Name the show. And question number 7. A live-action drama mystery TV series based on the characters of Archie comics. After a teenager was murdered in the town this show is named after, this group of teenagers tries to unravel the evils lurking within the town. Characters on the show you'd recognize from the Archie comics include Archie Andrews, Betty Cooper, Veronica Lodge, and Jughead Jones. Name this show. And remember the hint, the show is named after the name of the town that it takes place in. And that's it for round number 3. Here come your final 7 answers. Question 1, on the sitcom Alf, the husband and father was Willie Tanner. His wife was Kate Tanner. Their teenage daughter was Lynn Tanner. What was their young son's name? Brian Tanner. Question 2, actor Ted Knight played Ted Baxter on what series from 1970 to 1977? The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Question 3. Anne Hathaway and Jesse Eisenberg could both be seen in this short-lived comedy drama that ran on Fox from September 1999 to April 2000. The show followed the fictional, dysfunctional Green family, and on the show, sometimes the kids would address the camera as if speaking directly to the audience. Name this show. That was called Get Real. And I believe that was the big break for both Anne Hathaway and Jesse Eisenberg. That was kind of the first time we saw either of them, but very short-lived show, Get Real. Question 4. On Saturday Night Live, who was the original Weekend Update anchor? There's been a lot of greats over the years. The original was Chevy Chase. He anchored in 1975 and 76, and then sometime in 76, Jane Curtin took over. She would be the next host. Question 5. The Cosby Show produced a spin-off series that was originally built around the Denise character, played by actress Lisa Bonet, and her life at Hillman College. This show launched in September 1987. What was the name of this series? That is A Different World. That show launched at the exact same time as the 4th season of The Cosby Show in 1987. So they were running them both at the same time, which made sense. Lisa Bonet, however, was really only able to be the lead in a different world for that first season because in real life, she was having a baby. So they had to change things up a bit for season 2 and moving forward. And then she was just kind of a regular bouncing back on both shows. Question number 6, a sitcom that aired on UPN from August 99 to May 2004, lasting 5 seasons. The series starred Monique as Nikki Parker and Countess Vaughn as Kim Parker, who are mother and daughter on the show, both attending Santa Monica College. Name that show. Does that ring a bell? That is called The Parkers. That show, The Parkers, was a huge rating success for UPN. You probably remember UPN. Well, they ceased operation in September 2006. And then just a couple days later, the WB network also called it quits. At that time when it was happening, select programs from both networks then moved over to the new CW network. So that was launching right at the time the others were stopping. So September 2006, UPN, WB shut down, CW begins, and kind of took what it wanted from both of those. Question 7, a live-action drama mystery TV series based on the characters of Archie Comics. After a teenager was murdered in the town this show is named after, this group of teenagers tries to unravel the evils lurking within the town. Characters on the show you'd recognize from the Archie comics include Archie Andrews, Betty Cooper, Veronica Lodge, and Jughead Jones. Name the show. And the hint was, it's named after the town the show takes place in. The answer is Riverdale. Another pretty successful show. I personally wasn't into it, but it had a good run from January 2017 to August 2023. Now, according to Wikipedia, that show debuted to really positive reviews, although as the seasons went on, it was criticized for the writing, the acting, the direction, and the lack of coherent storylines. So, I guess it kind of went downhill quick. Luke Perry was on that show. He played Archie's father for the first 3 seasons. And apparently this show started out to really good reviews, and then as it went on, it was criticized for everything from writing, acting, direction, lack of coherent storylines. So I didn't watch it, but I kind of think that it went downhill pretty quick. But something interesting is when they started working on this, developing this idea for Riverdale, it was designed to be a movie. And somewhere in the process, working with the studios and whatnot and getting their money together, they decided, you know what? No, we're going to make this a TV show instead. And I was curious. I know that happens from time to time. So I looked it up to find out what are some other shows that people would know that were supposed to be a movie that then transformed into a television show. And there's a bunch. Lost, ER, Glee, Mr. Robot, Game of Thrones, One Tree Hill. All of those were originally set up to be movies and then later turned into television shows. My name is Joe Parisi. Thank you for listening. This has been episode 157 of America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. I have a whole nother podcast. If you love the pop culture stuff, it's called The Odd Podcast with Joe Parisi. All kinds of fun deep dives on, movies and TV shows and songs from the 80s and 90s. Lots of fun behind the scenes info. Hopefully some stuff that you've never heard before. And it's just fun to kind of find out whatever happened to this guy or that gal from that movie or that show. That's what the show is all about. Pop culture deep dives. It's called The Odd Podcast with Joe Parisi. And my website, if you'd ever like to shoot me a message, you can do it through my voiceover website, joeparisivoiceover.com. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you again soon.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show with Joe Parisi.